Eric Hayes, a 1983 graduate, is being inducted into the Montrose Sports and Community Hall of Fame for his exceptional accomplishments in wrestling and football. He is the son of Bob and Judy Hayes and has one sister, Dana. On the gridiron, Eric was co-captain and played both offensive and defensive teams. He earned all county football accolades as a sophomore, junior, and senior. The 5'11" linebacker also earned All-State honorable mention his senior year. That year, the Rams were strong with 17 returning lettermen. His good friend Rod Severn and Eric both played linebacker and both received unanimous GEC first-team honors. Coach Bob Hayes described his son Eric and Rod Severn to the Flint Journal as, "They're both used to being in really tough competition and responded to it. They're not afraid of anything." Eric led the Rams in tackles and assists with 108. He had 3 interceptions and a blocked kick his senior year. The two-way starter rushed for 611 yards on 139 carries as the Rams' starting fullback. He topped Montrose in scoring with 62 points, 8 touchdowns, and 7 two-point conversions. During his last 2 football seasons, his career record was 15 wins and 3 losses with 1 playoff appearance. During the second game of his junior season, Eric proved how much he loved the game after dislocating his right thumb. It was bent over backwards with the bone protruding from the skin. He didn't want to get pulled out of the game, so he returned to the huddle for the next play. Eric yelled at his teammates, "Someone grab my thumb and pull it back into place." John O'Mara stepped up and performed the duty for his friend. Eric then ran the ball on the next play, but his hand was bleeding considerably that the football felt slippery in his hands. He ran off the field on the next play and had his thumb taped up to finish the game. Eric had to get stitches after the game and finished the rest of that season with a dislocated thumb. And John O'Mara chose his future career as a CPA. No healthcare career for him. Eric was known as an exceptional individual on and off the field. The paper questioned head coach Bob Hayes what it was like to coach his son. Hayes admitted, "It's sometimes tricky having his son on the team, since you have him over a barrel because you can talk to him over the supper table, but it was nice for the most part." From Eric's viewpoint, things could get personal with his dad being the head coach. During his senior season, Coach Hayes called him out during hitting drills, yelling, "You hit like your grandma." Eric was embarrassed in front of his teammates and became so mad. On the next play, he hit teammate Tony Holicky as hard as he could, driving him into the ground. He still remembers that blow as being one of his better ones. Bob Hayes also helped coach Eric alongside head coach Tom Castile when the Rams won the 1981 State Wrestling Championship. Eric always had a great relationship with his parents, but being the son of the coach did have its challenges. During his freshman wrestling season, Eric lost his first challenge match to Rod Severn, who was a 3-time state champion and his good friend. On the ride home that night, his dad was so mad at him that he told him that he couldn't sleep at home that night. Eric recalls, "My dad basically kicked me out of the house for losing a wrestling match. He told me, 'If you like Rod so much, then you can go sleep at his house.' To this day, my mom is still mad at my dad for that one." During high school, Eric's wrestling weight was 155 pounds during his freshman to junior seasons, and then at 185 his senior year. Not only was Eric a member of 2 state wrestling championship teams in 1981 and 1983, he also placed second in the state as a sophomore, 6th in the state as a junior, and his senior year he placed first in the state while serving as co-captain on the varsity wrestling team. When all of those tributes are added up, it totals 6 state achievements in the record books that Eric Hayes accomplished during his high school career at Montrose. Before he graduated in the top 10 of the class of 1983, Eric received the American Legion Award for citizenship, was a Boy State representative, and was a member of the National Honor Society. Eric started his freshman year at Arizona State University, where he received a half-ride wrestling scholarship. He wrestled at 167 pounds, but after his freshman year at ASU, he decided to give up wrestling. In hindsight, he wished he would have gone to a smaller college to play football, which, like his dad, was his true passion. He still has dreams about playing football to this day. Eric graduated with a degree in corporate finance, then later earned a master's in business management from the University of Phoenix. Eric has been employed as a manager for 30 years between UPS, TRW, and Intel. He has been with the Intel Corporation for 18 years as an operations manager. He manages technicians that work on tools that produce computer chips. He loves his job and hopes to retire from Intel. Eric met his wife Denise at ASU and has been married for 27 years. They have raised their 3 kids, Josh, age 24, Jake, age 22, and Jordan, age 20. Both of their sons played football, and Eric enjoyed coaching their teams during their younger years. Jake attends Northern Arizona University, and Jordan attends Arizona State University, following in her parents' footsteps. Eric enjoys skiing, hiking, camping, and occasionally catching a fish. He plans to travel more with his wife now that the kids are grown. Their favorite trips have been to Jamaica, Cabo, Cancun, and Europe. The Montrose Sports and Community Hall of Fame is proud to induct Mr. Eric Hayes into the class of 2018.